Hello, P0, round 4. We're here at Imola, a very wet qualifying. We didn't race in Australia last week, so we've lost quite a bit of points to those, and it's absolutely sopping it down here in Italy. And as you can see, we hit the curb, we just keep out the barriers at Tamburello. We filled up the tank, we're just going to do lap after lap on these tyres and see what happens. And so my fourth attempt as we go up to Tosa, we're down on our original time. And yet again the car goes round. For our sixth lap, we head towards Tamburello. Take a bit of a chance getting on the curb then, but we've got a pretty good exit. Down to Villeneuve. That's much better. We're a lot braver than on our previous lap. And that's purple. Need to be careful coming out of Tosa, but acceleration's okay. Into the quick left-hander, Piratella gained a much more time. I don't know if the track's right, or we're just a lot more confident after doing about 5 reconnaissance laps. Into Occamina rally, really easy to spin it here, nice and smooth, didn't take too much curb, which would have slowed me down. Another purple sector, Variante Alto. So we're a second up now. As we head down to the Ravazza corners. Really difficult downhill braking, we lost a little bit of time there actually. But on the power, where will this get us? Front row of the grid. But I don't know if we'll stay there with such a gap from Chubby Slug. But we did end up staying there. Racing under the Ukrainian flag this week. In respect to the Ukrainian people. Also have a Ukrainian coloured helmet as well. So front row of the grid with a dry forecast. We'll see what we can do from there. Be interesting to see what the different strategies will be. Free choice of tyre, of course. And so we're on the soft tyre as Chubby Slug, aka Mataman, starting from pole on the medium. So if there's any hope of us doing well in this race, we're going to need to keep the pace with him. And so that's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights are on an awfully long time, but now it's go at Imola. And because of how narrow it is, I think we've got away with a slightly tardy start there. That's okay. There's battling behind us. A car in my rearview mirror just shot off somewhere. But we've held position. As we go through Villeneuve and through Tosa for this time, is Michelanda going to make a move on us in that AlphaTauri? No, he's not. Chubby Slug ahead. Got a hit of oversteer coming up the hill. Yellow flag somewhere, so here's a replay of the start. Lights are on an awfully long time. So as you can see, actually, Michelanda was closer at my inside than I thought he was. I think we're just later on the brakes, going into Tamburello. We took that apex, and there's the, I think it's an Aston Martin, just goes straight off the road at Tamburello. And so we need to settle down now on lap 1. We've got the tyre advantage at the time being.
Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
In danger here though of losing that DRS when it does come on lap 3. I always found myself quite nervous on the first lap in terms of grip. Don't know where it is, but it might cost me here. I think Michelanda fancied the move, so we're going to have to use a lot of ERS just to defend that, just in case he did fancy a move. Looks like the front 4 have stretched their legs already from the rest of the pack. We were much quicker through Tamburello. And so if we carry this on, we should be within DRS range. So we're ever so wide into tow, so a bit of understeer. Using ERS to make sure that I'm with Chubby Slug all the way until we get DRS. That's working so far. We're also making a gap to Michelando behind me as well. Ooh, I wasn't sure if I was going to stop as he broke downhill then. But definitely got a tyre advantage early on. Won't have DRS until the next lap, of course. I may not need it as we stick in the fastest lap of the race. Going to go around the outside and try and drag it right around that Chubby Slug. And that we do, we park it on the apex in Tamburello. And what we need to do now is we need to stretch this for our strategy to work compared to his mediums. And so here's the replay. Just got a much better exit. And we're able to stream around the outside. And so lap 3 now we're leading the race. And compared to Michelando, Matty and Bilton Matt in 3rd, 4th and 5th. We're looking good. Not sure where I stand with Chubby Slug just because he's on the alternative strategy. Ooh, that's wide. Just about make Apple Minerali then. Trying to stretch the gap so Chubby Slug doesn't have any DRS. But it's not going to work this time, although we get a much better exit out of the chicane on top of the hill. Oh, we were nearly a second then. As we stick in another fastest lap of the race, so our pace is there. But Chubby Slug does have the DRS, he's not close enough this lap. And so we're going to have to try again now. But ERS management on this track is very, very difficult. What I'd be hoping to do here is for myself on Chubby Slug to move out of the DRS range of Michelando. No matter as Michelando picks up a time penalty, it looks as though he's run wide in our mirror. That would help, so there'll still be a threat later on if this carries on. So we pick up a daft warning there for jumping over the curb. Oh, we're ever so close to breaking the DRS. 8 tenths in front again. As you can see, I've used a lot of ERS, but we're managing a gap for the time being. And the 4 cars here at the front are definitely breaking away from the rest of the field now. There's Rob Wills in P6, he's on the same strategy as Matt Man, he started on the medium tyres. He may come to play later on. There's a yellow flag somewhere that looks like 2 of the Haas's. I've spun the back going again, so no chance of a safety car. Oh, we get a snap of oversteer coming out back from Morali. And Chubby Slug's the closest he's been now since we overtook him. Michelando having connection issues there, that will drop him a few places. But this should be slam dunk now for Chubby Slug. we're not going to be able to do much. So, rather weak attempt at a defence, but the DRS is so powerful here.
Try to keep focus.
But as long as I can keep within Chubby Slug's DRS range, we can pull each other along now that we've broken DRS from Matty behind me. We thought about a look into Tosa, but we weren't close enough that time. Oh, as we pick up another warning for going wide. That's not going to help us. With how close the pack is at the moment, any time penalty, making them bite us in the bum later on. May be able to make a move here if we get a decent enough exit. This Chubby Slug puts in the fastest lap, so I wonder if the means go. There's a, oh wow, there's a lap car coming up. We're going to try anyway. Try and go around the outside. Chubby Slug defending that well. What this is allowing though, it's allowing Matty in third to get back at us. And so here's the replay. We tried, but Matt man on the inside line to the corner and we couldn't do anything with it. This is definitely costing us time.
The track is clear. Green
There's
flag.
another yellow flag somewhere, I'm not sure what's happened there. It looks like the Haas again. No sign of a safety car though. Are we close enough to make a move? It's around 6/10 the DRS gives you on the car ahead. So we're going to have to take the long way around. Can we do it this lap? Oh, possibly. Oh, we're side by side going right through Tamburello. And Chubby Slug gets a snap of oversteer. Can we get ahead into Villeneuve? He's going to leave us the space. We leave him in the space. We forced him into a mistake. He goes off track there. Imagine he's picked up a warning. We'll take our wide line through Tosa, hoping to get a better exit. And this has allowed Matty behind to catch up by about half a second. So here's the move. Round the outside, bump the wheel slightly. That's all the replay shows, unfortunately. And Matty behind me is now within the second window as well. As we don't get the best of exits there from the Alto chicane. I don't think I'm going to be close enough to make a move on this lap. We are closing though. We may be able to make a late lunge. We're going to try and make a late lunge. We might get a better exit though, because of the line we took. No, not quite. It's not going to be enough. We will get another crack at it by the looks of things though. Need to make sure we stay in the DRS range. Marty's falling out again. Oh, I'm not sure if that exit was good enough. So as we start lap 10.
By about 3/10 a lap.
No, we're not going to be close enough this lap. Although what that bout of DRS did is, it did extend the gap to Matty.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
I just wonder how the medium's starting to be the quicker tyre. It's so important we stick within DRS range. Oh, we pick up a daft penalty.
Been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Only one in the top 5 with a penalty at the moment as well. Only a third of the race gone. That's what we didn't need.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
But we will have a run again this time. We're a lot closer. And we're going to make that stick, I think. Yes, we are. So we're showing good pace at the moment as we defend into Villeneuve. Definitely showing good pace. We're ahead of the championship leader, who's in second. We're ahead of Matty, who won the championship last season, in third. We're also ahead of Rob Wills, who's second in both championships currently. Oh, we don't get the best of exits there. As we start thinking of where we'll be if we pit. Very long pit lane here. So guaranteed to end up in traffic, and we've got no defence for Motorman here.
Come on, you can win that place back.
And so it looks as though Motorman's mediums are the quickest tyre now, as we're nearing the end of our stint. And I wonder if Matty behind will try and undercut on us. The undercut quite powerful here. Bilton Matt pitted quite early on in the stint as well. So it's possible we could end up behind him. So we've lost that DRS range now, it's time to pit. We're going to put mediums on. And we've come out behind Theon. It's come out P6. Just about got ahead of Marty, that was important. We got ahead of Bilton Matt as well, who did close the gap slightly. So it's important now that I get past Theon and he holds up Matty, even for a half a lap, so I can break that DRS range. Be interesting to see where I come out compared to Chubby Slug as well. But he'll be on much quicker tyres after he pits. So see, I went wide there. And we hopefully get a run. Matty will also have DRS. I wonder if Theon's got DRS. Actually, Theon pits. Was he on pits? So no overtake needed. Luckily we had DRS to defend from Matty behind me. Don't think he's close enough to make a move. No, he's not going to be. He thought about it in the Williams. As we now chase after Pedro in the Aston Martin. He's doing yet another fine job of reserving. And I'm pretty sure once silly season starts there will be a contract waiting for him with a team. So yet again the same plan as I had with Steve on the lap earlier. Get past Pedro. Hope he holds up Matty. Hopefully he doesn't hold us up too much so we lose that any slimmer of a hope that we will be in front of Chubby Slug. We run slightly wide there. Matty of course hasn't got a penalty either, so we need to gap 3 seconds. But we're going to get past Pedro here. Is Matty going to follow us? No. So now's the time to try and sprint away.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Do have a Ferrari in front of us who may do a rear gunner job for his teammate Rob. Got no idea how fast Rob Wills and Chubby Slug will be on their soft tyres once they pit. They'll have less fuel of course. We'll have to wait and see. Pedro inadvertently doing a wonderful job for us at the moment. And the age-old McLaren Ferrari battle about to commence again. There's Dick 2 wide. I don't want to overtake him here though. I want him to do it on the DRS. Back up to Pedro behind 2 seconds now. And this should be pretty straightforward. So on the start finish straight at the Autosomo Enzo and Dino Ferrari. The McLaren does overtake the Ferrari, similar to Lando on Charles Leclerc in the 2021 Emilio Romagna Grand Prix. And where's Matty? Matty's going to be held up possibly behind the Ferrari as well. He got past Pedro on the straight. But we made that gap. And that was some important overtaking to do. And so we'll need to claw in to Rob Wills and Chubby Slug's advantage at the moment for this strategy to work. So this is the overtake on Pedro. It's far too much closing speed, but he held the inside and he managed to keep Matty behind him for another lap. And here's the overtake on OTL Dixie. Pretty straightforward. Had a better exit, much more closing speed, but on lap 21, Rob is pitted. We're ahead of Rob as he thought we would be. Where's Chubby Slug? There's the Alfa Romeo. We are ahead, but the gap is nowhere near as big as I thought it may be. And he's going to be on a fresh set of softs.
Flag.
And during this time as well, Matty has picked up a 3-second penalty. So it tells you where. But Chubby Slug all over the back of us at the moment. He's got so much more pace on those soft tyres. I think we're battling for a podium now rather than anything else. He tries to put me off having a look in the chicane at the top of the hill, doesn't. We're not falling for that one. So we're completely defenceless now. As those who've changed to the soft start putting in fastest laps. Be interesting to see how much progress Rob Wills makes.
We're boxing this lap.
If Chubby Slug goes straight past us, there's no way we could defend that. So lap 23, we're looking okay for a podium at the moment. But we jump onto lap 26 and the Williams boys working together. The lap car of Dale Shooter gave his teammate Matty the DRS, so he's now within our DRS range. And this is the battle for the podium. We need to keep an eye on Rob Wills as well on those softies catching us as we defend fresh air. I thought Matty was closer than he actually was though. So that hasn't helped whatsoever. Mike looking very racy now. We haven't done many laps on these mediums, but the weight's higher than I thought it would be actually. Chubby Slug's checked out up front as we pick up another warning. Chubby Slug's definitely checked out. Need to be careful with these warnings. May have broken DRS here. The Matty's car I think is quicker in a straight line than ours. So we'll have a reprieve on this lap. Engineer wants us to pit, but I think the strategy team are looking at the battle I'm looking at. To pit now, we don't throw away a podium. There's a lap Red Bull in front of us. However, we're not going to be able to use it too strategically as front tyres are starting to struggle as we go up Tosa. Mick unfortunately unable to join us this evening. But Matty's still within a second of us. What I'm finding is we seem to have a much better exit out of that chicane. So that's where we're making our time. So I don't think Matty's going to be close enough this lap. But the time from Rob Wills is coming down and our 3-second penalty for the Paris may cost us. We've run out of ERS now as well.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Matty picked up a penalty and so that's another. So we've got a 3-second advantage on him now. And I think I'm on my last warning. So I need to make sure. This is a very, very difficult position. I can't push too hard. But I need to push hard enough that Rob Wills is not within 3 seconds of me, and it's going to be really difficult to do. Especially these mediums struggling. And battling Matty isn't going to help. I think the thing to do is to push. If we do get a penalty by accident, we don't want to be out behind Matty for it. Or as we start lap 30, Will Matty make a move here? Here's he's going to go round the outside. We're going to give him the space. He sweeps right round. Oh, he goes to the curbs. We weren't expecting that. We'll have a better run though. On the exit of Tamburello. We've defended that, but now Rob Wills caught a second because of that. And so here's the replay. I don't think we're going to see all of it. Matty jumped along the curves, took us by surprise. We haven't got damage luckily. It's not going to show the full replay. But the pace Rob Wills has got at the moment is very, very concerning. It's already taken Matty off the podium by the looks of things. And any slip up from me and an overtake by Matty, that'd be us off the podium as well. But as it stands, we'll finish P2. But we're defending very, very hard, and Rob Wills has caught up another second in that middle sector somewhere, and that's not the way to take that chicane. And so as we're about to start lap 31, the penultimate lap.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Turn into a Schumacher-Alonso-esque battle this. And so Rob Wills is only a second away from stealing our podium. Matty gets past as well. One thing we will have the advantage of is we will have DRS in the next lap. Rob's had a scruffy first sector there as well.
Our gap behind is 4.0 seconds.
But this is going down to the wire. We also can't afford to do any daft mistake either. So this is really nip and tuck at the moment. So that gap is now 3.8 seconds. Oh, that was wide. That's not going to help us. Lost 3/10 just because of the exit there. Be interesting to see what the benefit of DRS is here. So it's 3.4 as we go through the DRS protection zone.
This is your final lap of the race.
We're going to use every single bit of DRS we've got. Luckily we're not battling Matty, so that gained us about half a second. It's back up to 4 seconds. Rob's on a much quicker tyre though. We can't afford to make a mistake. I'm happy just sitting behind Matty now. There's no need to have a go at him, I just need to look to the top left of that screen. It's 3.3 now. 3.4, we were quicker through Peraltada. Oh, we're not quick through there though. Nearly picked up one, it's 3.2. We're into the last sector, 3.3. Oh, we're not perfect through there either, we've got to lose a bit of time. It's now 3.1. It's coming down, oh no, it's under 3 seconds. We'll have DRS though on the start finish straight, so what can we do with that? Does it go through the ravats, the corners for the last time? That's 2.95, oh it's down to 2.8. We're going to push, Right, we're over the line. We've beaten Matty, so we're guaranteed a podium, and oh, we've lost out to Rob Wills by 2.5 tenths in the end. But another podium. Missed Australia, so that's back-to-back podiums. We're going to Saudi Arabia, of course. The exact same podium, actually. Matt on the top step, Rob in second, and us in third. Move up to third in the championship. Fourth for McLaren and the constructors. Our teammate couldn't make it. But overall, a very, very entertaining race. A lot of action, actually. And that's how it finished. I was pleased with my quali lap. Pleased to get a podium in the race as well. Off to Catalonia next week for the Spanish Grand Prix.